This episode of the Wise Guy Radio Show is brought to you by Mountain Glass Arts. For the month of October 2018, Mountain Glass is offering their Boro sale, 40% off Chinese rod and tube. There's no coupon code needed. And for all you beautiful soft glass nerds, they have their 35% off Effetre sale. All you have to do is put in the coupon code Effetre, that's EFFTRE at checkout. And for any other questions, comments, or concerns, go to mountainglass.com. That's mountainglass.com. Hey there, and welcome to the Wise Guy Radio Minute, a new series of short episodes where I'll be covering topics relating to all facets of glass blowing. My goal with these short episodes is to help you navigate your way through the turbulent waters of this glass ocean by asking topical questions that will help with finding your why. This weekly series will be that lifeboat, and hopefully, if you listen to yourself while answering these questions honestly, you'll find that lost island in this huge ocean that you can plant your stake in and call your own. This week's topic, are you obsessed with glass and whether or not you have the mindset of owning a business, or are you just a hobbyist? And now for this week's topic, are you obsessed, like truly obsessed? Do you wake up thinking about glass? Are you laying in bed thinking about what went wrong on that piece that broke during the day's shift? Do you sit at red lights and envision yourself at the torch or in front of the furnace in the hot shop? Do you only think about the art and process? Or do you also obsess over the other details of your glass business? The bookkeeping, your inventory supplies, and that power bill that's due in a few days. Ask yourself these questions and be honest with yourself. If you're not finding that you're always thinking about how you can get better in all facets of your glass business, then it's time to check yourself and ask yourself why. Why or why not are you obsessed? Maybe you need a break or a new focus and direction. Maybe you're slacking on the business. Maybe you're slacking on the books, which is leading to get behind on bills, or you're not keeping enough materials in stock. These type of personal insights will help you figure out if you should be a full-time glass artist or just a hobbyist. There's a subtle difference between the two, especially in the eyes of the IRS. In my opinion, starting off melting glass as a hobby is ideally the way to go until you have a strong enough technical foundation that you can manufacture several types of product lines consistently, as well as have consistent sales. If you already have a 9-to-5, this is the best way to allow yourself to take the time, stress-free, to learn this unforgiving medium. There's nothing worse than trying to crank out an order of product that you barely know how to make while under the gun of your power bill or rent. Ask yourself when working if this medium and niche of art is something you can see yourself doing for the next 30 to even 50 years. It's a struggle, I promise. No matter how many artists are making 6 to 7 figures annually, this does not represent the community as a whole. If I were to guess, a lot of the artists in this industry are working from order to order. This can be taxing on the soul, but also give you a better appreciation for the things you have in life, as well as the medium of glass. That being said, if you're going to turn this hobby into a business, you need to get smart about your money. Keep records, track spending, and understand what your baseline costs are. These are all important areas to keep your business organized and allow you to focus your energy on creating. Depending on what state you live in, there's a ton of info available at your fingertips regarding all these topics. Do some research. Understand that the more you're educated with tax laws and business organizing, the less thought you'll have to put into mind-numbing tasks of keeping your accounting up and your glass in stock. There's a link in the show notes that will give you insights mandated by the IRS when it comes to distinguishing yourself between a hobby and a legitimate business entity. I am not an accountant, nor am I perfect when it comes to these areas, but because of past mistakes I've made, I feel obligated to share these topics with you and hope you don't make the same mistakes. There's also a link to the questions I am asking, so make sure you print that too. And write down your answers to the above questions so you can visually see where you stand. Hopefully this will get you thinking differently about your status as a glass artist, and if you're already clear on your why, then this will reinforce your clarity. I'm not here to give you all the answers, just the questions and a few answers in between, in order to give you in hopes that you end up to take the action and find your why. It'll save you heartache in the end. And this has been your Wise Guy Radio Minute.